Hello, viewers. It has been a very long time since I've done one of these manga videos. I basically only read manga when I make videos. If I read manga, I make videos. I have not had very much time to read manga, and I haven't really felt like it. And to be entirely honest, in order to do these videos, I have to be in a certain state of mind. I cannot be too stressful. Now, of course, my acting is not going to be so very good anyhow, but my narration, so to speak. But nonetheless, these past few weeks, I've done videos about other subjects, but many of my subscribers and viewers who watch the more manga-related content, you have been somewhat neglected, because I have not had manga-related content in a very long time. For those of you who do not know, I have started to read Uncle from Another World, right? And it is just as I say, I may not be reading Claymore every time I read manga on the channel, but it is just as I had said, I do want to complete Claymore with over 100 chapters. That is going to take a long time, considering how I do my videos. However, I have noticed when I did change up and read Uncle from Another World, it was a better experience because I was able to sort of get away from basically just reading Claymore. Manga like Uncle from Another World happen to be more of what I would consider to be my favored genre, so to speak. I like the comedy in it. For those of you who do not know about Uncle from Another World, I do recommend that you read that if you want to basically see something. Now, there has been all types of different content, commentary and the like, but I do want to continue this because it is not as though I had basically abandoned it. It was just that if I don't feel as though I can really do it well, I don't do it. I try not to do it. Alright? So this is chapter 11. Okay, everybody is surprised. Everybody's looking at what has happened, and okay, some slashing sounds, some cutting sounds, some blood spraying sounds. Okay, she has cut the Yoma through the back. You did it! Claire, you did it! Okay, blood popping, vein popping sounds. Grinning. You got him! Good job! You Claymores are really something. Ha 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 ha. I've lost too much blood. Huff, 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 huff. Okay, she's slumping down. Claire! Claire, you okay? Are you hurt? Okay, Gawk is surprised. What? Is she alright? Claire! What's wrong? Okay, vein popping sounds. Oh, 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 ooh. Okay, very type of groans of pain, so to speak. More vein popping sounds. Claire! Okay, everybody's looking. Oh, oh no. I shouldn't have used so much Yoma power. In my condition, now I can't stop the flow. More vein popping sounds. Okay. With more vein popping sounds, she has used too much of this yoki power, so to speak. And she is basically the whatever type of demon blood is in her veins is basically going to transform her if she has no way to stop it. And so let's see what she comes up with. It's no good. Can't turn back. Claire, stay back. Okay, she's picking up the sword. Okay. Kashang sounds. Okay. Now, left with no other option, because she does not want to become a Yoma. And basically, I call it demon sometimes because that's what it translates as. Okay. What? What do you think you're doing? If we use too much Yoma power, when we're weak, it becomes unstoppable. So why still have a human consciousness? I'm ending my life. More vein popping sounds. No! Claire, wait! I told you to stay back! Everyone's surprised. They are watching to see what goes on. What do you mean? What are you saying? Claire! This is goodbye, Rocky. Okay. Swish sounds. Okay. Surprise and confusion. Everybody's just looking. More vein popping sounds. What? More vein popping sounds. So many vein popping sounds. Oh my goodness. I mean, the veins are just popping out everywhere. Pretty crazy. Okay, Rocky is in the way and is very close to getting himself killed. More vein popping sounds. Swishing sounds. Irresponsible handling of a sword sound. But it's alright. It's an invincible sword, so you know it's okay. Claire, what? Don't come near me. I mean, my voice for the little boy and her is kind of the same, because I try to make it sound somewhat feminine, but with little boys, you know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just try the best I can with sort of the femininity of the voice, but I mean, if I happen to fail in that area, you know, I try my best. Excuse me. God, help me. Clank sounds. Okay. Kashing. This type of sound. Okay, he's surprised. It's like, oh no, don't do that. Gawk! What are you doing? Don't! Rocky! Sorry, I can't stop it. I'm turning into a Yoma. As I said, the more we use our power, the closer we are to becoming Yomas. It's not always slow. Sometimes it happens all at once. And I have to say, we often do see this type of narrative more and more. I have talked about it before, that this type of narrative in which the power you're using is what we may call in an archetypical sense, so bestial or monstrous or demonic or whatnot, and you have to control how much of this sort of evil power, so to speak, for lack of a better word, that you use, and if you use too much of it, you give in to the monster and you become the monster. But this sort of almost Dr. Jekyll and Dr. Hyde dynamic in a sense. It is very interesting. I am quite I suppose I see it so much that it's hard for me to appreciate it as much as I did when I first saw it. And there are a few anime that are somewhat similar, to be entirely honest. There's different ones like Inuyasha. Which one? Other ones. Of course, Inuyasha was a demon, like full demon, and that was a different dynamic entirely. And let me think which other ones. I don't know. I know there's some that I can think of, but and I think for Spider-Man you had Venom. Venom was sort of a character but I think he had basically no control over Venom. But I think that is a bit different. And this is sort of similar with the mutations, but very interesting. Okay. It's not always slow. Sometimes it happens all at once. This time, I used too much Yoma power when I was mentally and physically exhausted. More vein popping sounds. Now the change has started, and I can't control it. I asked Father Vincent to take care of you. More vein popping sounds. So many vein popping sounds. Sorry, but our travels are over. I'm glad we spent some time together. Goodbye. Okay. Okay, now he's hugging her. Okay. This basically puts Rocky in the situation where if Gawk actually tries to kill Claire, both of them will die. Okay. Stop it! Get away! I can't control my body for much longer. You'll be killed. More vein popping sounds. The mutations are happening. More vein popping sounds. I think The Witcher, and that is one that I would say is somewhat similar to this whole dynamic of mutated blood as The Witcher. If The Witcher sort of uses too many the Witcher system was a bit different anyhow. But they were kind of half human, half monster. But that whole The Witcher is a good example. The Witcher is a very good example now that I think about it. But I think The Witcher had more control of their power than really Claymore's. Actually, if I had to choose, let's say theoretically I had to choose which one of these types of individuals to be, a Witcher or a Claymore, yeah, I'd rather be a Witcher, to be entirely honest, because I think they're just Witchers just have it a lot better, and I think the whole Witcher physiology was that is a physiology that you can explain. The Witcher, their mutations make more sense, to be entirely honestly. I think that was very well done from a fantasy perspective, to be honest. Okay. Get away from me, Rocky. Hurry, before I lose control. Go. I'm so happy I got to travel with you, Claire. My family got killed. The town... Oh, goodness, my ear is ringing. I'm so sorry to interrupt, people, but my ear is ringing. For some reason. That always seems to happen at the worst times. My goodness. I've been listening to too many loud noises. And truth be told, when I do these narrations or even just commentary videos about anything, and I have a good deal of topics, I really have to sort of mentally prepare myself. And so if my days are peaceful, if I'm not around too much noise, then I can do it relatively well, I would think. But if I have a day where I'm listening to a lot of music, or I have a lot on my, or I'm thinking about a lot of different things, I don't seem to do as well. Now let me continue. The town shunned me. They even cast me out. Everything I loved, everything I knew, I lost it all at once. That's why I'm happy. I'm happy I could travel with you. To have someone to be with. You always said you weren't kind, but you were kinder to me than anyone. That's why I don't want anybody else. Okay. Yeah, she's surprised, exclamation mark here. I just want to be with you. Okay, this is and I will be honest, later, well, I'm not going to spoil anything. I could say more about this relationship, but even when I read the end of this particular manga, and nothing really surprises me anymore, but the relationship is kind of weird, but not as weird as some of the other relationships in this manga. Actually, this relationship is more normal than most other relationships I've seen in this manga, just in terms of friendship or whatever you would call it. Anyhow, that's why, if you die, I'm going with you. Okay. More vein popping sounds. Gah! Okay. Why did I even try to do that? I don't know why I even tried to do that. Anyhow. What? Okay. They're all looking at what happened. What's going on? The power of love. Okay. He's underage, though. Is she a mother figure, though? Is it that? Is she? I know how this turns out. She's not necessarily a maternal figure, but for now, because as far as they do not age, and we're gonna see how them not aging sort of, I don't know. Later on, and it's gonna take a long time for me to get to that on this channel, people. To get to just chapters and chapters away, but for now we can say it's kind of a sort of a bonding experience between a sort of her as a he cares about me, and I guess that sort of stops her from giving in to the demon, that sort of thing. And I don't know. I just see similar narratives play out in different particular. There was another anime called Devilman. And there was another one, I believe it was called Devil Woman. I've watched so many different anime that I can't even remember. I cannot even remember how, the names of them or which ones. Oh my goodness. But I have watched a lot of them in which it's almost so the power of love will help you control this demonic power that you have, and you can use it to protect people, Maybe some of you get sick of me saying it, but basically, I like to record my thoughts as well as my commentary, not only for your interest, but also my own. As I have in my channel description, this is also a research channel, to some extent, and I think it is better for me to actively do it than just write blogs. Okay. The power. It stopped. Okay, sob, sob, sniff, sniff, crying sounds. Oh. Okay. I'm not gonna say wah. Claire! More crying sounds. Okay. I'm not even gonna try to fake a crying sound, people. I'm not going to. Okay. More irresponsible sword handling sounds. Okay. You don't care about how sharp that is. Enough. I'm tired of standing around with my sword while my body's full of holes. Look. He has taken... I'm sorry. He would be dead right now if you did not see the last episode. This man would be dead. His friend would be dead. And I think that the realism, well, we already know about the realism. It's manga, people. Okay, there is no realism. Don't give me that surprised look. You didn't turn into a Yoma. That's all I'm saying. You were saved in the end by that boy. Oh wow, the power of love and friendship. Friendship power. Crying sounds. Bonding sounds. Okay. Everybody's looking. Oh, what a great, wonderful, type of bonding between mother and son. No. Okay. I mean, no. I mean, this, not really, but I mean, this relationship is normal compared to what we're gonna see later on. But I mean, that's actually pretty nice, to tell you the truth. Okay. Let's get back. I wonder, who is talking? Who's saying this? Is it him? To where we belong? Is it... Sometimes I don't know who's speaking. Okay, let's get back to where we belong. Okay, I just say it in my voice because I do not really know who's speaking. I think it's the men, but I don't really know. Okay. It looks like she took one of the pills and her eyes are, not silver. They're dressed up and ready to go. Okay. So you're leaving us then? Have you recovered enough? I'll be just fine. I just need some rest. Thank you for all of your help, Father. Not at all. You're the one who helped us. We owe you our thanks. The others aren't permitted to speak to you, but in their hearts, everyone is very grateful. We're grateful too. It pains me to escort you out of town without telling people how you saved us all. Please, let me thank you on their behalf. Let me see. Oh yeah, this is her speaking. Okay. That's my job. I don't do it for praise or thanks. I see. Farewell. That is a word, and of course, if you have watched my channel, you know that I try to bring aspects of early modern English back. And for any reader of the King James Bible, we all read early modern English. Why not more of us use it? I do not know. Quakers used to use it. I suppose there are still some Quakers who do use it. Of course, not everyone says farewell, but personally, I think farewell is an excellent valediction. I like to say it more than bye. I like to say it more than see ya. I like to say farewell. And if you're watching this video, I recommend that you say it too. As well as hail. I like to say hail, and that comes from the word H-A-L-E, but it's spelled H-A-I-L. But that basically means healthy. So when you tell a person hail, you're telling them basically to be healthy. Okay? And you say farewell, be well. Personally, I like that. So if people look at you weird after you say that, just tell them. Wayward ascetic. There's this guy on the internet. He told me to say farewell, so I'm doing it. Okay, and if you want, you can recommend them to my channel. Okay. But seriously, I like that word. Now, let me continue. Now, about that other matter. I spoke with the others. We would be glad to take care of Rocky. Are you coming with me, Rocky? Yes! Oh my goodness. It's just... Oh goodness. Of course he's going with his... That's his mama. For now. Except, the relationship dynamic is going to change, of course. But for now, I look at it in a paternal way at this point. And this is the whole sort of, part of the story where Claire is becoming more caring and so forth, which is, okay, let's continue. I see. Go safely. Hey girl. Kiss. Smooch. Yes. I really do like this character. I really do. I like these two guys because, as far as I was concerned, they were the coolest, in my opinion, characters in this whole manga, to be honest. There were not many men in it who sort of had much personality, I guess. I thought these people were, to me, it would be nice if there were more characters like them, but there really are not. But we will see the range of characters eventually, because it is just as I say. I am going to read this entire manga. If you want to go ahead of me, then please do, because I'm probably going to take a long time. That's all the medicine I need. It's against my principles to let a classy girl get away too easy. Okay, that surprised her. Come back again. Don't get yourself killed, Claire. Gah, 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 gah. Okay, womp. Cowardly kicking sounds. This is the type of boy in school who no one likes. We've all known a boy like this. We've all known a boy like this in a fight, or even just a person, okay, he got a sucker punch. The sucker punch was alright. In the earlier manga, in the earlier chapter, he got a sucker punch. There's nothing wrong with a sucker punch, okay, a sucker punch is pretty surprising, it's pretty cowardly, but when you go and just kick a person in the balls, in the testes, this is pretty cowardly. We've all known a boy like this. None of us liked that boy in school because he would do things like this. And oftentimes people would get their revenge. And boys like this would get really beat up, because they were the ones who would do cowardly things like this, and they'd get away with it, and they would kick you in this area. But to be entirely honest, when you have to fight fair, you're not able to do it. But some men and some boys, especially in school, were very good at kicking people in the nuts. It was a cowardly thing to do, but there were people who knew how to do it. Of course, we see it in plenty of kung fu movies, but amongst real sort of, manly men or even just boys, that's not particularly cool. That's not something particularly respected. I saw it in a kung fu movie. But hey, kung fu movies are not real life. You do this, if you go low, people are going to go low. And personally, but this is just the experience for little boys, especially. When you're men, I don't know. It's a bit different. But when you're at a young age and you're a young boy, you sort of build up your reputation. And you build a bad reputation by doing things like this. But of course, he's not around other boys, so. But even so, you still get a reputation. Even if you're a grown man and you go around kicking people in the balls, okay, your reputation is not going to be so good. It's, and you do it to a man who's on crutches and really helped you and and the woman who's basically adopted you out. Come on, cut the man some slack. Let him get his kiss with the, half demon woman. Let him get his kiss. Come on, that's the least you could do. You can't talk to Claire like that. I read that backwards. But, basically, it has the same effect. You little. Stay out of it, kid. This is between adults. Shut up. There's nothing between you two. Watch it. I'm an invalid. Okay, everybody's looking. This is still a happy event. Everybody's saying goodbye. Come on, Rocky. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Grow strong, boy. You'll need to be strong to help Claire. Got it? And he... he kinda does, but, we'll see that very long down the line, because it's gonna take me long to get to the point where we see how Rocky develops. Okay, leave it to me. Okay, so that is chapter 11. That's chapter 11. People, I do not often read manga as much as I used to. But I'm kind of getting used to this whole podcasting experience. I'm not as stressful as I used to be when I made videos. And basically, in order for me to do it well, I have to really sort of, spend more or less of my days sort of peacefully. If a lot is going on, day to day, I don't really do these well. And for some of you, you're probably subscribed to the channel for the manga. You have no idea what type of weird things are on my channel. You're thinking, okay, I'm just here for the manga. I understand that. Okay. Everything else is, pretty different, and you probably have no idea what kind of videos these are. But, I do a wide range of content. Some of you you've probably heard that so many times. But basically, I have a wide range of content. I had to get away from the Elden Ring stuff for a while. Basically, me trying to rationalize that story. I did this podcast. Someone left me a very good comment. I am waiting for a response for that comment. I do not think that I will get one. For some reason, I have a feeling it's been about 2 or 3 days. since I received that comment. But I think I'm gonna get away from the Elden Ring stuff for a while. Maybe not. I can't really give you a schedule. I was thinking about maybe I just start on Berserk. I don't know. I haven't, it is just as I say, whenever I read manga, I basically just do it on here on YouTube. So you may see some type of manga like, Uncle from Another World, or maybe Berserk, or maybe some weird manga where there is a particular manga I want to read, but maybe I should not read it yet. But you prepare to see some random stuff. If you want to keep your eye out for it, let me tell you, just subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button. That is all I can say. If you see it as a manga and you're just here for the manga, you'll see a little type of, you can tell from the thumbnail. Now, as for, how should it be said, other videos, if you want to watch those, sure, I have updated my description to more accurately tell you what I do. I'm a private researcher of media, religion, and social trends. Okay. May you be blessed, and farewell, viewers.